Let's consider the secret life of the innermost nesting doll. Living most of her life in the dark, inside the other nesting dolls, she has plenty of time to think, if she could. Sadly, she has no brain. However, when an innermost nesting doll hears that Geico not only saves people money, but also has been providing great service for over 75 years, she thinks it's obvious you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. Pity the innermost nesting doll and her lot in life.
The test has begun.
I wanted to make sure the levels on this one are even.
Yeah.
Multiple choice.
Just the levels.
I just
How many levels are there?
Just 10 levels.
Are the levels on the level?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get past the water level.
Hey, don't mention Hurricane Sandy on the show. Every time we mention Hurricane Sandy, we get in trouble.
I thought he was talking about the water level.
Why'd they go with Sandy? It's such a stupid
I thought he was
name.
talking about the water level in Super Mario.
That's what I thought you meant too.
I meant both.
No,
That joke was double blind.
Yeah,
one for you guys, one for you.
Oh shit! Double Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy.
Man.
We shouldn't even do the podcast
just
anymore. Just
fucking
put that
kicked it up a
out.
notch
Just
around
put
here.
that out.
Are we ready to? Are we ready to end the test?
Yeah, let's have
Yeah,
the
we
test
good?
right.
Four.
Ready?
Second test going now.
My mic sounds good.
We just keep the first test either way.
Am I loud enough?
We have an idea.
I have a problem with
Am I
being
good?
loud.
1, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah, you're good.
15, 9, 11.
This is going to be the episode.
Why would you go to 9/11 after one number? After one
Guys,
number.
don't mention 9/11. Every time we might mention 9/11, we get in trouble.
This is going to be the episode where we just test the mics over and over. So if you're tuning in now, just take it off.
The name of this
I'll get a
episode
phone
is
call.
The Test. Go.
Go!
Spit it.
Go, Power Rangers.
All right, that's the end of the episode. Okay.
Every time we got to tell Zombie, no. It's a sick shirt, though. Great shirt. Zombie
Jack
wearing a
Torrance's
Jack.
Red Rum.
Tell them.
John Zombie, tell him your full name.
Yes, no, my social security number is.
You look like an extra in the movie The Shining.
I could be.
I
I was the guy in the dog bear
You
costume.
look like Lloyd. Not too busy, are you?
Yeah, because he's used to getting drinks.
I got 2 10s and a 20.
burning a hole in my pocket.
Yeah. Hey, how's my credit in this joint, Zombie?
Your money's no good here.
Your credit's always good, Mr. Torrance.
It's a great movie.
That is a great movie.
Just watched it the other night.
Yeah? It's good stuff. I love that. I hate that big tooth bitch in the movie.
Who, Shelley Duvall?
Yeah.
She lost her shit years later.
Wait, what movie is it?
The Shining.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know Shelley Duvall, the big eye lady, right?
yeah.
And she was in Popeye.
Yeah.
Like 25 years later.
Like her only other claim to fame.
Yeah. She's like, I see Robin Williams. They're like, where do you see Robin Williams? He's a shapeshifter.
And let's be honest.
Well, now if she sees Robin Williams, it's kind of a
That's
problem.
happened. No,
Really?
Yeah. She was on Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil's just exploiting the shit out of her while trying to care. You know, like what he does with everybody. He's like, you sound crazy, batshit crazy, Shelley Duvall.
Dr. Phil's hilarious. He'll be like, okay, stop rolling, but they keep rolling. Let me tell you something. I think you're sick.
Hey, Dr. Phil, what is that? You have grapefruit in your eye there? Because you're winking at everybody when you say stop rolling.
But let's be honest.
Can you imagine before he was famous being a patient of Dr. Phil, like in his examination room, be like, guys, stop rolling.
Wait, what? Before he was famous?
Talking about this cameras in here? I thought this was private.
Like being a client of his and go, I told that guy everything. That guy can't keep a secret for shit. You'd see him on TV. Cash me outside, girl. She got a stinky cunt for a 14-year-old. How do you know that? I don't know.
I like, what's his name? Wilkos.
Oh, that guy's the
Steve
best.
Yeah, he's the best.
I like Maury. Maury just so there's no expectation in Maury. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
it's
is there anything funnier? Because Maury's been around for what now? 25 years. There's definitely
It's been that long?
probably longer.
Longer.
There's definitely kids that probably go back and watch Maury and they see like what is their mother on stage crying hysterically,
Right.
and a person who fucked their mother,
Yeah.
dancing,
also crying on stage.
dancing, hilariously dancing and screaming, just celebrating because he is not that kid's father.
You know what it is?
Yeah, that must be some.
Especially
Yeah.
the kids like whose mothers have been there like 10 or more times who've had like 1,000 paternity tests.
They do have recurring guests. That's right.
Yeah, there's been mothers that they've been on the show like literally like 10 times.
Maury should have renamed the
and they never
show.
found the father.
You should have renamed this show "Stop Fucking." That's it. You know what it is, like every Coke needs a Pepsi, so Maury's the Pepsi to Jerry Springer's Coke,
Right, exactly.
And Steve Wilkos is the Mountain Dew.
Get the fuck off my stage.
Throws a chair. There's no. He doesn't respect furniture.
I read a quote like after because he only did that show for how long?
Steve Wilkos is still on.
Oh, it's still on.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, all those shows never get canceled.
No, his show's still on. It's called Chicago PD.
So after I guess the first season, he goes, "Yeah, looking back at it, I gotta be honest. All I did was yell and scream and threaten people. That's no way a talk show host should behave." It's like, really?
He never watched Morton Downey Jr.
Was Springer the mayor of Cincinnati during, like, while he was... No, right? It was before, right?
He was Dr. Jerry Springer, right?
Right.
The first season, where he was just like a regular doctor,
Yeah,
and the
but
show
it was a snore.
The show was boring, and then he started bringing on trash fucking people, and was like, everyone's like, "Oh, show your tits now!" And
My mother had sex with my bisexual dog.
Think about how successful that show is because it's daytime television, 11 a.m.
Yeah.
No one's home. No one's home.
no
Everyone's
one's
working.
home, but everybody's watching.
But it was the show was huge. Everyone like in the 90s, people would be like, "Have you seen fucking Springer?"
They played in, like, waiting rooms and, like, doctors' offices.
Yeah.
Like, what is going-
yeah, that. One day I'll be that old man. I'm a doctor.
That could be a primary care physician. That could be way worse. I only grab your balls for fun. That guy.
Some guys in the waiting room just worry because he might have fucking ball cancer, and then while he's watching, he's just like waiting there, and he's just watching Springer and sees some like fucking hooker.
Yeah, throw that chair, bitch.
Some hooker with a midget, like
Zombie, what the fuck did you drink today?
the scenario.
Funny juice.
Funny juice.
Oh, I've actually been drinking Russell's Reserve.
Oh, Russell
Have you?
Gonzalez.
Russell Gonzalez's private whiskey.
Look at that. Yeah, it's piss. It's old man piss.
I can't help but imagine that you get drunk late in the night and just look at these toys like, I could have been something if it wasn't for all of you.
Starts yelling
I
at
think
them.
he gets drunk and looks around this place and goes, "Wow, I made it."
I actually do.
He takes like a big. Takes a deep breath and goes, "Look at my castle, everyone."
You know what's funny is Mateo does the same thing. He comes here and gets drunk. He's like, this guy's made it.
When he's not home.
He's on top. He's on top of the show right now.
Yeah.
What would happen if Mateo bought the house upstairs to you? Becomes your landlord.
I move out immediately.
How the tables have turned.
Actually, the people upstairs
You're my
get-
collector's item now.
We gotta get him on. He hasn't been on.
It's like, you don't have to pay rent, just do a podcast.
I'm a guest every time.
Now I just said that. I just go, we got to get him on. Now I know he's going to listen and message me almost immediately.
Yeah.
And go,
When am I going to be on the show next?
I'm good for 8-4. Can I come on 8? He throws out dates to me. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Just to spite him, when he puts out booked on the Greg and Rob podcast, I'm just going to be like, I'm also booked on the Greg and Rob podcast.
Well, good. I will see you there.
You remember that show Dexter's Lab?
Yeah.
Remember the kid Mandark?
Yes.
Like the one with the weird bowl cut?
Yeah.
He's like that guy with like his microwave.
I just remember Dexter being like a little redheaded ginger
He
kid.
almost looks like Mandark, too.
He does look like Mandark.
gay ass,
like him.
gay ass Dexter.
He could literally get away with carving shaving a.
He
an
should
M to
do
the
that
side
in
of his head.
Dexter was such a nerd.
Yeah.
Dexter grew up to shoot up a school, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he did
No,
it
he did.
efficiently. Well, Dee Dee got in the way, probably.
I don't know.
No, it was probably a school shooter, Doug Funny.
Yeah.
He probably turned into one, like in high school.
Probably Arnold. Hey,
Oh,
Arnold.
That kid from Recess, the nerdy one they all used to teach.
Phil? Was
Yeah,
it
yeah,
Phil?
with the glasses, right? There was like a...
Gus.
Oh,
Gus.
Gus, yeah, that one definitely turned
Yeah, his
cool
dad's
too.
a military.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he's
it wasn't. Yeah,
definitely-
definitely.
I like the sneaky little shit on
The
Recess.
best sneaky
Randall.
guy was Randall.
Randall from the Doug show, right?
No, Recess.
Recess.
He was a sneaky little shit.
Right, yeah. He looked like a Mr. Burns.
He
He looked like Mr. Burns.
he had a notepad.
He was a snitch. He was a fucking rat.
best friends with the fucking. Was she a teacher? Miss
feel like-
Finch?
Finster.
I think that was that was like Bernie Sanders in like
Yeah.
middle school.
That's who you want to be president today.
They're not following the system.
What system? The socialist democratic system.
We all share the ball. We play one big game of catch.
Know how bad politics is getting? Hillary Clinton just lost a high school election.
Which is where she recruits her. Well, actually, are we going to get into the whole sex ring thing? I don't know.
Oh, what? Yeah. Her sex ring?
Yeah, because I have the Epstein thing, right?
Yeah. Because that's how Bill Clinton proposed to her. Gave her a sex ring.
Isn't it more of a sex octagon at this point?
She shoved her hand inside a child's butthole and came out the ring. Bill, you shouldn't have.
Should I fist you or should you fist me tonight?
But they're at the center of every one of these scandals. It's really weird.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
Well, they went to what country? The foundation's like the head of the foundation. She went to like
Haiti?
Haiti,
Was it
right?
Haiti?
Right.
And they caught her like trying to like smuggle kids into the U.S.
Really?
She was trying to learn. She was luring them with food.
Here's a low-
Hey, that's not a van. That's Air Force One.
That's how you. That's how pedophiles get children from third world countries. They lure them with food, and then they bring them back to the America, and that's when they bribe them with the candy.
Yeah, yeah. The Clintons. They're always the filthy fucking Clintons.
Yeah, crooked Hillary.
Cricket. Yeah.
I'm sure it was like a relief to some people. And they're like, sex scandal, Bill Clinton, and they're like, oh, I hope not. It was not a kid. And it's just Monica Lewinsky at the end. Like, oh, thank God it's Monica Lewinsky. Thought it was going to be a kid popping out from under that desk.
Like back in the 90s.
Yeah. Like the worst. Like what's the worst that they could like with Lewinsky? He's like, oh yeah. And she was probably, and Hillary like faked outrage. It was like, I'm a little upset, but it's good that
That's what, you know-
I didn't find out the fucking murders.
That's what
we had.
started all the wars, like in Afghanistan and Iraq. That's why we got attacked, because when they read Bill Clinton the headline, they said, "Oh, infidelity," but they read it in the correct way, and it was like, "Oh, infidel."
Right.
That's just a bad joke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I'm entitled.
We're known for bad jokes on
I
this
know.
show.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
own them,
It's all
don't we?
about you.
Honestly, if someone comes here with a good joke, I'm like, get him out of here.
That's why Pontillo's not on anymore. Too many good jokes.
That's why I'm the producer.
Too many-
Zombie on fire today.
What we got going on next door? There was like a baby shower.
Apparently, my neighbors had a baby. I guess.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Who brought it? The stork? Who fucks the stork? You ever get that joke? Yeah, that joke.
Whose joke is that?
Gilbert Gottfried. Big Gilbert
Oh,
Gottfried.
no, I
That's a joke.
haven't heard that joke.
yeah, I never heard that one.
You got a list of topics? You got?
No, we're going.
We're going.
I watched the Z's and Saris.
Oh, I saw that.
The new one?
Yeah.
See, I haven't seen the new
What's the name of it? Pretentious?
Yeah. Cool guy is he? That's what it is.
Yeah, he's mad cool during the
Yeah, he sits on a stool the whole time.
Yeah, he's not going to get moved from that stool,
No, he's
is
not.
he? Yeah. He looked like he was looking through his phone throughout the special, just like
Right?
not even talking to anybody.
Yeah, like-
just going scrolling through Facebook and
Oh,
going.
wait, I did see that one where he's like
Shocker.
shows like the text or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the screen. Yeah, I did see that one.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good.
I thought it was okay. Again, his stand up, I don't know. I'm just never.
But he is very like cool guy. Like,
So used to him on Parks and Rec.
yeah. He's like, I'm just saying how things are, man.
Although I still even like recall like when I first even like saw him pop up on the
Funny people?
like the reality show with the stand up what's it called?
You talk about funny people?
No,
He's talking about funny
and
people.
NBC had it was like
Oh, like a stand-up show?
It was like America's Got Talent, but for comedians.
He was
Last
on that?
Comic
Last
Standing?
Comic Standing.
Last Comic Standing. That's what
He
it
was
is.
on that?
Yeah, that's where he made his debut.
Yeah. He won that, and then that's where he.
Who knew?
started off
He blew
from.
up.
He won that?
He won that.
Jesus.
And what? So
Who'd he lose to? I'm sorry, who lost to him?
I don't know.
Who's on the show? All right, don't worry.
like he won the whole thing.
He won the thing.
Yeah, why
he
are you
won the whole
surprised?
thing.
I don't
At
know.
the time when he was going on, like there was, you know what it was? There wasn't a lot of good competition for Last Comic Standing at that time. A lot of,
He's a major star. He's an A-lister.
yeah, of course he's a
So it's like he's like. I mean, I don't like him. I don't think. I mean, this last special actually was really good.
You liked it.
It,
I liked
it
it a
was
lot.
better than all of his other ones. I will say.
I never
this.
watched a whole lot of his other ones. I know like the few bits that he's done.
I just remember one
He
bit.
did one bit about hanging out with Kanye West.
I remember one bit
very
he did
obnoxious.
where he's like, I've been farting in my room. Now, bitch, clean my room. It smells like farts in here. I just remember something like that.
That's one of his jokes.
Yeah, it was one of his jokes. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean but he gets like the Chris Rock comparisons and shit like that.
Yeah, both of them don't write their own jokes.
I guess Nate Bargatze writes for both of them, right? But I liked it. I thought it was good, to say the least. Of course it didn't. You're a jaded man. No. You're jaded.
You know what it is?
You're
He's
a
writing-
resident brown person. How do you feel about this?
I never was a fan of his stand-up
Talk
that
for
much.
all the Arabs.
As a representative of all the Arab people, I just want to say that there's We just don't like his stand-up. That's what it is. His shows are good. His stand-up.
You know why I don't like him? I think he's a bad man, and he's an Arab.
No, he isn't. He's just a man I disagree politically. No, he isn't now.
I think he's an Arab.
No, he's...
They do that. So I watched that. We're talking about the John McCain.
Sure.
From years back. And John McCain was doing campaigning, and some like old man or was it an old lady? Old lady.
Just like I can't trust Obama.
She's like I just can't trust Obama.
If Obama takes control of this country, the country will be really good.
and she's like I can't trust Obama, and I think he's a horrible man, and I think he's an Arab. And like John McCain just like cuts her off and goes, ma'am, he's a decent man. We just disagree politically. Treated her like the retard that she is. But it was like a subtle moment. So the movie Game Change came out. Yeah. HBO did a TV movie called Game Change. It profiled the entire McCain campaign, and they focused on Sarah Palin, how retarded she was. So in the movie, that movie was the dumbest movie ever because they made like Sarah Palin literally act like she was retarded, like she was just a retarded person. Yeah. Now we heard that she's not the brightest, but I doubt she was that dumb.
Yeah.
So McCain in the movie they show that scene where I just told you about. They show that scene and they make it the most dramatic thing, and they're just like the woman who said it, like I think he's an Arab,
and then like freeze frame shot, and then Arab, then freeze frame, then Arab.
like the crowd like kind of cheers, and like in the movie they're like, and like the movie Ed Harris played McCain, and in the movie he's like, wait a second. Yeah. He's a good man.
Ed Harris plays McCain?
Yeah, he kills it.
Wow, that's great.
And in the movie...
No, to prepare for the role, he was a prisoner of war.
To prepare for the role, like, shrug, and he was like, I can't look, you're hired.
Then there's a great scene at the end of that movie. It's a great movie, actually. It's a little far-fetched. But
who plays Sarah Palin?
Julianne Moore.
I thought Tina Fey.
Really?
Yeah, Julianne Moore is great.
That's good casting.
No, it was weird.
That's a lot of smart people playing a lot of dumb people. I like that.
Behind the scenes, Julianne Moore was such a cunt, I heard. Like, she kept screaming at John McCain, saying, I made $100,000 on this movie alone. And John McCain's like, fuck you, what's your name? He's like, fuck you, that guy.
But at the end of that movie is a great scene
Ed Harris.
where because Woody Harrelson plays that guy Steve.
Oh, Steve Smith.
They're gonna say Obama for a second.
Yeah, wow. Woody Harrelson. Dude, Woody Harrelson's in this movie. The movie's fucking great. And
on Amazon?
It's on HBO, so it should be. I think it might be on Amazon also. So at the end of the movie, Obama wins, and they have the commencement speech, and Sarah Palin wants to make the speech. Wants to make a speech before
conceding. It was a conceding speech.
Yeah, but she wanted to do it.
She wanted to.
She wanted to do it, right? So she's like, "Listen, I'm going to make the speech because I'm the big star." And fucking Woody Harrelson just goes, "Fucking every United States president
has made this speech."
Yeah, right. In the history of the United States, the vice president has never made this speech. Yeah. Mrs. Palin, you're not making this speech. And her face just drops. And then, like, they cut to McCain. He's all drunk and shit. It's a fucking great movie.
And then after that scene, Lisa Ann plays Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
Then fucks John McCain. As Ed Harris.
Then Lexington Steele plays Obama.
No, Ed Harris is played by that guy, Johnny Sins.
During that time, I watched a porno where this porno actress named Darla Crane was playing like a liberal person, and there was a black Democrat and a white Republican, and she cuckolds the white Republican.
That's hilarious.
And fucks the black guy. And it's like all political messages. And you could tell she's taking it seriously. You could tell she's like, I'm taking this black dick and like, fuck you. And guess what? If he comes inside me, I'm getting an abortion. Shit like that.
The money shots representative of the immigration policy.
It's so ridiculous.
They just draw a line across her face and just says border. And come over here. Come on this side.
Yeah. Like during that time, everything was so political. Everything was so politically charged. They made a song called "My President Is Black."
Yeah, and my Lambo is blue.
And my Lambo is blue. That's the fucking most.
That's either
Young Jeezy. That's
yeah. That's so ridiculous.
I love it.
No, it was a fat fucking retard. DJ Khaled.
Yeah. Oh God, the biggest.
Is that guy not the worst?
He did a whole photo shoot for his son when he was born, and then like he made the photo shoot seem like it was his son's idea.
He's such a jerk off.
They made like his son the executive producer of his latest album. Or
How old
Yeah.
is his son?
Like
2 years old.
Executive producer status. Feed me.
Well, if you look at DJ Khaled's work, like this would be made by.
Imagine if his son's first words was DJ Khaled.
we the best music as his first.
What the fuck?
He's the fucking worst, that guy. He's so unlikable. Like, he's such a fat fucking... He's everything what's wrong with this country.
Yeah.
fucking Jesus freak.
Is he?
really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I like him
He's
now.
a weirdo. Everything in every song he like talks about God.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably part of the Illuminati. The Illuminati.
What is that? Like it's like Scientology. What is
Illuminati?
That? Yeah. What is
It's like a secret
What do they
society.
do? Like I don't get it.
Secret cabal that runs the government. Basically.
You'll find out in 2 weeks when they contact you. And we never see
We
you.
heard you were curious. You're gonna hear me on a rival podcast by the
We're going to
Illuminati.
see you after comic book Joe's being helped into a van. Oh, that's must be Farouk's friend.
Farouk, you can do a lot of good for this world. If you just join with us. Here's $1 million. Accept it or we'll kill your mother.
He's in a van and his friend Intense Mike is like in shackles. Like just going, they got to you too, man. I knew it, man. I knew it. Now they got
Intense Mike's always getting caught up in shenanigans.
Farouk and Intense Mike got to kill like the governor of like Alabama. Or else we kill your mother.
Yeah. The Illuminati's like,
The-
Intense Mike, you can do a lot of good for this world. And he's like, I'm in. I'll do it. I'll be in the Illuminati. No, we're just really referring to you picking up garbage. You just keep going to work every morning.
I was watching this movie with Johnny Depp. It's called The Nick of Time.
Ooh.
It came out like 1995. It's the worst movie.
Is that, because that was a Twilight Zone episode.
It's with Christopher Walken.
What's it about?
Johnny Depp plays like a regular schmo who works in an office, but for some reason has ties somewhere. I don't know, like he has like ties to the government or something. And they're gonna kill Johnny Depp's daughter unless he can kill the governor of like Alabama or something like that. But Christopher Walken just plays the most evil fuck throughout the movie.
awesome.
He has like a mustache and just like, and Johnny Depp just like plays. It's like I'm gonna kill him and like, all this shit. It's like one of these crazy like bad '90s movies.
Yeah. That was an episode of a Twilight Zone episode, so I thought maybe they
Nick
made
of Time?
Maybe they made a film version of it. I didn't know that. You see, I heard you. So you saw Once Upon a Time in America. Don't give it any
Hollywood.
I'm sorry. Don't spoil anything.
Just
But,
don't spoil anything.
you liked it though, right?
Oh, I loved it.
Okay, all right.
Great, awesome.
But it's funny because now they're going after Tarantino, right? They're trying their best to cancel him, right? And I think they'll get him around award season next year. I think they'll finally.
Why are you trying to cancel him?
Because he's like abusive. He's like abusive toward women. I guess I don't know.
That's what people are trying to say. It's like he's just not. He doesn't censor himself like everybody else.
Yeah, he has
How
no
is he
filter.
abusive? Like hit him or like what?
I think one of the big ones is Uma Thurman, right?
There's like this.
He killed
there's
him.
a YouTube channel that I've started getting into called No Bullshit, and
Like off to a good start. It's we're no bullshit kind of guys.
They talk all about they bring up how he's like abusive to women because a lot of times he makes women do their own stunts to get a more genuine reaction out of them.
Right.
It's like, but it's.
If anything, he's a feminist.
It's not like a bad thing, but he's not like abusive to them because they're women. He does the same thing like for men. They just don't like say anything about it.
Yeah, I know. Just getting at. They just don't bitch about it now.
I don't know. I mean, it's
A woman does her own stunts. You got to hear her for 12 days,
She brags about it.
and then it's about a period after that, isn't it?
I forget like what movie that you mentioned, but it was
Kill
someone
Bill.
who she was forcibly choked to get a genuine reaction out of her.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a little.
Like that's where I think that's where all that comes from. But he's not like that.
Imagine if
You're saying that big black dude was actually raped.
in Marcellus Wallace. Yeah, you're gonna need to do real insertion. Stick that dick up his ass.
I need a genuine reaction.
Are you afraid? Oh, imagine if he didn't know it was actually going to happen. No one tell him. No one tell the big black man he's going to get raped by that fucking villain from Mask.
My father.
Are you ready, Ving?
We watched Pulp Fiction and
Hey man, I thought this was a scene. Why are you getting lube? What's going on?
What's the lube? Wait, what's the lube for?
Put three of his movies starred strong female leads.
yeah, Okay.
Oh, right.
Brown,
Kill Bill.
Django Unchained, Jamie Foxx, right? That's the other one.
We watched. I watched. What's it called? Pulp Fiction and Chuck and Larry in the same week with my dad, and we first watched Pulp Fiction, and he was disgusted by that scene. He was like, this is like worse than Deliverance.
Yeah, not because of the rape, because of the homosexual sex. The homosexual sex.
So then we watched. So like a week later, we watched Chuck and Larry, and he just goes. It's Ving Rhames. He turns around to me. He goes, "Yeah, this black guy. He likes that pot, doesn't he?" Look at that gay guy.
That has no filter.
Likes that pot.
That has no filter.
I think he's a little gay.
He's
To
like-
this day, if we bring him up,
Oh,
pick up
yeah.
Big Rams, he'll be like, I think that guy's gay. I'm like, why? Because he was playing all those gay roles.
I watched The Bad Lieutenant on Easter Sunday with my dad. The Bad Lieutenant's with Harvey Keitel.
Oh, right,
And in
right,
the
right.
middle of the movie, or like towards the beginning, a nun is raped.
Okay.
In the movie, like they show it, it's the most one of the most graphic movie scenes ever, and we're watching this Easter Sunday.
Perfect time.
Yeah.
I had to pause the movie. My dad turns to me, "Why are we watching this shit?" Right? He goes, "Why are we watching this?" And I'm like, "It's supposed to be a good movie." He's like, "You're showing me the nun's getting raped." So I pressed play. He's like, "Okay, we'll watch the fucking next scene." Harvey Keitel's screaming naked, and his dick is out. And he's got the smallest dick. Keitel got no cock. He's just. And we're like, and he gets even more and more disgusted. He's like, "What is this shit? Show me porno." So we watched the whole fucking movie, right? And at the end of the
The
movie,
first thing I did on Easter is watch a nun get raped.
Is that how you spend Easter Sunday?
It might be the second coming of Christ, but it's the first coming of Harvey Keitel.
Jesus is not coming back during this movie.
the whole movie is Keitel. He's on drugs. He's an alcoholic. He's a fucking crooked cop. But the two guys were falsely accused of raping this nun. So he. Or like they were accused of raping the nun. But at the end of the movie, he lets the guy go. So like we watched the whole fucking movie, and like it was like an intense watch. And the movie's over, and we're watching like the credits, and we're not saying a word to each other. My dad just looks at me and just goes, "The Harvey Keitel, some actor." I go, "Yeah, he's good." He's like, I don't like that he showed his dick, but
My mom saw Get Out for the first time.
Yeah.
She saw it, and like, you know, the whole thing, like how he goes to meet her parents without like,
Yeah.
And like my mom like saw that scene, and she was like, she saw like what happens to the guy in the movie, and I was going in and out in my room when she's watching it, gauge her reaction. She's horrified, and I come back and out, and she's like, "You see?" At the movie ended, and she goes, "You see? This would never happen in an arranged marriage." I'm like, you're so right. You're so fucking right. You're so fucking right.
Sure.
It would never happen.
Get Out. That's a fucking great movie.
She was like, a famous actor, like a brown actor. His name is Shah Rukh Khan. She's like, Shah Rukh Khan would never take this role. He'd never take this role.
I like how Shah Rukh Khan is the.
He's like the George Clooney.
He's like
of
the Cary
Bollywood.
Grant.
Oh, the guy is legendary. Like, you say that name around brown people, like, where? Like, it's.
Oh, how come I don't know this man?
What's funny is like, so Bollywood is like big enough that
Yeah,
they make their
Bollywood's
own money, right?
Yeah.
So when he comes here, like, he came to JFK and they try to like frisk him and stuff, and he was like, "Do you know who the fuck I am?" And they were like, "No," and then like pulled up a YouTube clip, and it had like 500 billion views or something, and then,
And the guy was like, we're still going to frisk you.
yeah, exactly.
We're still gonna, I watched this YouTube clip. To be honest, I know nothing about acting, but you're pretty mediocre. And we're still going to fix you.
You call this acting? You're just dancing the same dance move 5 times in a row. What's going on?
Unless you're the kid from Slumdog Millionaire,
You know.
fucking, we're frisking every Indian that walks to the airport.
You're no John Travolta. Yeah.
Oh my God, Travolta's in this movie.
You sent that to
Wait,
me.
isn't he getting canceled or something too? Something's going on with him
Nah,
too, right?
he's-
No, he's just losing his hair.
yeah.
He's coming out. He's getting canceled. You know.
No, something about he did refuse medical care for his son or something.
Yeah, well, that's years ago.
Oh, years
Yeah,
ago. Okay.
Travolta's has had multiple fuck ups.
Yeah, it's-
like just so many.
Yeah.
I mean, Swordfish. Come on.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
come on.
Did you ever
Face off. Face off.
Face Off is terrible. You ever see the Saturday Night Fever sequel, Staying Alive?
Yeah,
Terrible.
Oh.
Gayest movie ever.
With
I'll be honest, I didn't really care for Saturday Night Fever that much.
I love that movie. That's a great movie.
Oh, I love Saturday Night
I love Saturday Night Fever.
yeah, it's so good.
And that's what sucks about it.
I'm a dirty dancing guy.
So
he got off to a good start.
Swayze, baby. Swayze.
Big step Up fan, are you?
No, those movies are gay.
Travolta.
Step Up is with Channing Tatum. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Travolta might be
Who definitely is gay? Channing Tatum.
Travolta might be the worst actor of all time because he does have a long resume of bad movies,
Yeah.
like going back to Urban Cowboy.
Yeah, but he's got
that.
so many classics.
He's got some
so.
classics.
His good ones are good enough that it balances out because he doesn't have that many good ones either. I think his bad
don't have-
movies.
He's
die a little
got
more.
some,
But he's a movie star,
Yeah.
though. He's
Oh,
Yeah, because
but he's got some known bad ones. I mean, Urban Cowboy, Face Off's a bad movie.
Swordfish was bad.
Swordfish is notoriously
What
bad.
about Broken Arrow? You didn't know Broken Arrow.
I've never
seen
seen
that.
Broken
It
Arrow.
was again. I wouldn't go too hard on Face Off and Broken Arrow because like that era, that was the formula for movies. A
And
lot of
technically,
bullshit
Face Off could be Nicolas Cage's fault too.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it's not exactly
half
Broken Arrow could be
know what?
fucking Slater's fault
the
too.
bl-
Slater.
half the blame.
Slater's in Broken
Mario Lopez?
Face Off could also be
Christian
Cage's
Slater?
fault too.
Christian Slater.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mario Lopez. No, John Travolta.
Two closeted men just dancing.
The whole movie's like nice hair. You too.
They're just touching dicks in the trailer.
This new movie. Don't forget Gotti that just came
That's
out.
awful.
Gotti was
Awful
god-awful.
movie. Wild Hogs.
All right, you sold
These
me.
are bad movies.
All right, why don't you just take a piss all over his grave? Greg?
I still enjoy the Look Who's Talking series.
What's the one with the he's a bald guy and he's like a hitman recently. He's so fat in that movie. His recent he's like a bald hitman guy.
Oh, he's in something.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He's a shaved head.
Oh, he's in Taken Pelham with Denzel Washington.
Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3.
But that wasn't that bad.
That wasn't bad. But Denzel, I think Denzel carried that movie.
Yeah, Denzel's
carried
still
it.
good enough where he carries. This new movie, this movie looks terrible. He's playing like he's being a fan of a movie star, and he has this weird bowl cut. Right, so this is him,
Like a, what's it called? Like
fucking Christopher Guest,
It's a mushroom cut.
like Christopher Guest in
old mushroom head.
and Waiting for Guffman. That style haircut.
Jesus.
He wears a backpack. In the
Randy
first,
Quaid from Kingpin, like that kind of haircut.
wears a backpack,
Right.
and he plays like a fan of this movie star, and like he's very fanatical. The movie's name is Fanatical, and he plays an autistic person, and it's so fucking funny because it's John Travolta playing his fucking retarded son.
That's
Like, he's just like I dedicate this.
except his movie career will die at the end of this movie.
So yeah, it looks terrible.
I think you know what it is. Like it's when you sign a contract with a studio and you get star power, they're gonna put your name on any movie they want to. Because okay, if that movie
He's
didn't
not a
have
draw anymore.
no, but at the
Gotti
same
did well, though.
at the same time, you put someone's name on a movie like Travolta, right? People kind of like. I mean, Travolta's in it. How bad can it be? The answer always is it's pretty bad.
Yeah, people go, it's not 1979, and throw it in.
Exactly. You know, like for example. Even let's take Denzel. Denzel has good movies, but Denzel has some bad movies too. Like Book of Eli was shit.
Yeah, but that's also him
But
taking
what
a
I'm saying
chance.
is, studios you have a contract, right? And the studio's like, you have to do this movie, so you kind of do it. I think Travolta's the only one who's like, kind of doesn't give a fuck what movie he does.
He has bad taste.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just doesn't.
Like he read Wild Hogs, he thought Oscar.
No, I get William H. Macy to play one of my
Wild.
Wild Hogs.
Like he read
The
that
worst
script
movie.
is like, well, my character and Tim Allen's character.
Oh yeah, anything with Tim Allen, I fuck with.
I love Ray Liotta in that movie. Wild Hogs
He plays a villain,
Plays
doesn't
an
he?
unreasonable villain. He just like goes after them throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
He's like, we're real bikers, and John Travolta and his dumb posse are just like these weekend warriors.
Yeah,
who are
yeah.
just
Martin Lawrence is in
Martin
it.
Lawrence. Yeah.
Right, he's in it too. That's such a bad movie.
That movie's old as fuck. That movie's like.
They all so many has-beens. This is a movie full of has-beens. Why?
Well, Tim Allen's in the prime of his life in that movie. He's one set with
Tim
Martin
Allen's
Lawrence.
best thing is ever that he tried to smoke cocaine.
The funniest thing ever is Tim Allen going, I want to say the N-word. You're Buzz Lightyear. You're not Lenny Bruce.
Is this show still going?
It's still standing, yes.
That was good. We should end it right there.
Stupid Tim Allen. Fucking, he's like the whitest guy ever.
It's like Still Standing was a different show, though. I hate to bring up the joke. Sorry.
What show? Well, Last Man
Last Man
Standing.
Standing.
Still standing. Well, you know, what are you going to do?
Well, the joke still works on me,
Yeah.
so why'd you have to ruin it like that? We get when you're in your house,
that's
but you
what
don't
I
have
do,
to
goddammit.
assert your dominance that way.
What if I rewind and I go, he's the last man standing? It's not as funny as just the two
See,
words.
that's
Still
why-
Standing was funny.
Who was on Still Standing?
That fat guy from Down to Earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
British
see,
guy.
well, that guy wants to say the N-word, too. because he worked with Chris Rock for a entire movie.
That's right. I know he tells him you could say. He tells him you could say. And he was like, "No, I think I'm not."
No, that was the character. I'm talking about the actor off screen.
They're de-aging Will Smith in a movie.
Yeah,
You hear about
Gemini-
this?
Gemini Man.
They've done it before too, and it doesn't work. He still looks. He's so old.
Only Will Smith is narcissistic enough to star in a movie with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Only Will Smith is narcissistic enough to think he could try stand-up comedy for the first time as an A-list actor and not bomb.
Yeah, he bombed,
Fucking
right?
idiot. He's that whole family. I swear to God, I
The
hate
whole
that
family's
fucking
stupid. He's retarded.
Can I try one? Can I try?
Yeah.
Only Will Smith is narcissistic enough to make The Pursuit of Happiness. That movie sucked.
He goes like, "My kid won't stop crying. We've got the movie for you."
That is a shitty movie.
Wait, who could be happy? What's The Pursuit of Happiness? I don't know. Being in a movie with Will Smith. That's.
So you guys, he did another one right in the same 7 pounds. You guys seen 7 pounds?
I never seen 7 Pounds.
7 pounds is a much better movie.
No.
Not since I was 6.
Yeah, but I'm trying to lose them.
You guys.
Did he play Hancock? He played.
Oh God, that was bad. That was a bad movie.
He was like all these comic book movies are coming out, and Will Smith is like, "Fuck, I'll make my own one."
Not even that. Like, it was so bad that black people were like, "Yeah, we're not gonna count that as the first black
Then
superhero
people
movie."
were like,
"Yeah, we're not."
Then people were like, "Oh yeah, Will Smith's good in Suicide Squad." It's like, yeah, compared to who? Jared Leto?
No one even regards that as a movie. It's god awful.
Yeah,
It's
no,
so bad.
it's a short
so
film.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
not even. It was an experiment that failed badly. It was
It's
really
an hour
bad.
and 40
By
minute
the way,
long YouTube
I
video.
watched Black Panther, like a little bit of Black
Yeah.
Panther
Okay.
for the first time.
Okay, that's cool. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, I watched a little bit of Black Panther.
No, I was going to say.
Come on, that's not the great Cardinal Night.
No, my mom is so racist. I can't even bring home a DVD of Black Panther.
What is this? I can't read the language on it. It says Black Panther in English, Mom. What are you talking about?
I watched it, and the dialogue. I'm watching the movie, and the dialogue is like, I think, mocking black people, because it's all like Michael B. Jordan's character in like the middle of the movie. He's like, "Yeah, I'm the new." He's like, "I'm the new fucking king of this shit."
No, but that is the purpose of the movie. That is,
but
really-
but that's not like, you know.
No, they're showing like. They're showing people think like it's like about like black versus white in the movie, but what it is, like, they have this rich African country,
Yeah.
and they won't help their fellow brethren outside of the country because they're
Right.
isolationists.
Right.
I gotta
So that was
watch
their
the whole
whole thing. It's they made
I
political
can't wait
statements
for-
in like comic book movie. It never translates.
Black
well.
Panther 2, Feed the World.
I will love like
The
they
Avengers cast.
I hear that like in Black Panther 2, they just they have Christmas time just to prove there's Christmas time in it.
I was gonna say.
There's just a Christmas scene. Like in the middle of the movie, they're fighting. They're like, "Okay, everyone stop fighting. It's Christmas time."
Well, there's so isolation. There's no white people in Wakanda, so like I wonder like if their porn search like immediately just like starts blowing up. Like what interracial porn?
There's a porn series. There's this one white guy that goes around and just fucks African girls.
Oh, yeah.
He probably has AIDS.
Yeah, he's probably really weathered. I was listening to this podcast with it's about August Ames, The Last Days of August. Right? You ever listen? You ever hear about that? And it's, Mark Ronson does it. He's like a famous journalist.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because he's doing this podcast. He's sitting down with porn stars. His whole life revolves around porn. And I just wonder, because it's around a porn murder, I just wonder what he does when he goes home. Like when he watches porn, like how do you jerk off to like August Ames now, or like the women he was talking to? You know, like
Yeah,
it's
that
amazing.
ruins it, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
You don't
ruin
want to
it.
know how the sausage gets made, literally.
I think it makes it hotter. But I'd be like, fucking, I just talked to.
But
this
yeah,
girl.
that's not. No, I would. Yeah, that
I
would-
can't jerk off to like a dead porn star.
I can't.
No, not unless they're in front of me.
The autopsy. Right? Can you open up the body just a little bit more?
How far are we in?
We are at 37.
That's what Rob said when he was inside the box.
I'm a necrophiliac.
You want to take a quick break? Smoke?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Now we're on.
Yeah.
Go!
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's our new thing.
Go.
Oh,
I like when Zombie does it.
if a news anchor is outside and you scream "Go," we'll send you some money. It's like our Baba Booey.
Yeah.
We should have a catchphrase. Go is a good
I
catchphrase.
like that one.
Go away
cat-
from this podcast.
Our catchphrase is, "Hey man, just have fun."
We like to have fun here.
We're just having fun on this show.
I should
aren't
think
we?
it's if anything, if our catchphrase would be "Oh man,"
Liz,
or "Oh man."
I don't think I say that.
I don't say that. I'm not that much.
Well, once it got taken away from you guys.
You know what? He can have it. I don't even know who took it away.
I don't know. Either.
You know,
The old man.
Fat cock Mike Goose my
We call this guy Nicky Shara.
He likes sharing.
He likes to share. Except he doesn't share any of his catchphrases.
God, those jokes I was given for those. Oh God, they were so bad. Those jokes.
Oh wait, he tried to give you jokes for New York
God,
Comedy
it's so
Battle.
bad.
Right?
Yeah, not good, not good. That cocksucker has every joke in the deck. You want in on this? This game here?
Yeah, sure.
No, you're not supposed to say that, but that's all right.
No.
I was doing lines from Platoon.
I just thought you were.
I was doing lines from a 1986 classic starring.
You
Sean.
guys know so many movies. I don't even
Sheen.
know what you're quoting half the time.
Yeah,
I have to ask before I can get in with you guys.
This entire podcast, I quote movies. You just don't even realize it.
Yeah, want to?
It's like IMDb. So like, if you work at a gas station.
Yeah.
I was watching Mean Streets earlier.
Oh yeah.
Did you see it yet?
No,
You
not
watched
yet.
Mean
Not yet.
Streets?
Not
Mean
yet.
Streets Zombie with Robert De Niro and Harvey Keitel. Before I mentioned Harvey Keitel, in the middle of the movie, Harvey Keitel shows his dick in the movie. He shows his dick in every movie. It's like, here's my penis. And I watched Reservoir Dogs. I'm on a Harvey Keitel kick. I'm on a Keitel kick. Mean Streets is great, though.
I love that movie.
Fucking great
Yeah.
movie.
One of my favorites.
They showed the.
You know, I borrow $10 from everybody around this block.
You're a jerk off.
I borrowed $10 from everybody, and no, I never give the money back, except for you.
And $20. Go to
I
the
didn't
movies.
recognize him in that. He's
With De Niro, he's mad young.
No, I did not recognize him.
He's not grouchy. No, I have trouble.
He's not grouchy.
Yeah, I have trouble recognizing De Niro without his comedy partner Zac Efron.
Are you referring to the classic Dirty Grandpa?
Oh Jesus! Dirty Grandpa, Dirty Dancing, Dirty.
They're like sitting backstage in like their actor chairs and like, you know, you remind me of you when I used to be young.
Yeah, you know we're
No fear.
the two of us are pretty funny guys.
Well, you know, I like when actors go like he'll like describe Zac Efron on like how's it feel working with Zac Efron? Like, yeah, well, Zac is fearless. You know, he comes out in a thong in the middle of the movie, and you know does you know I'm not gonna say he does real cocaine, but that was definitely something he was snorting.
Remember when he was
Really fearless when you have a perfect body.
I know, really. And even he's like so insecure about it.
And the movie's so stupid because, like, what's her name? What was the hot chick with the
Aubrey
bug
Plaza?
eyes? Her. She wants to fuck De Niro in the movie.
Because she's a reverse. Because that's what they do now. They write a movie where it's like, oh, that's a guy would want to fuck an old lady
Right.
because he's a
Right,
cougar chaser.
Yeah.
But we're going to give this like mouthy broad who says fuck a lot the exact opposite of that. So we'll make her like want to fuck what the equivalent is of a male cougar.
And Zac
I think people on set were like, wait, Zac Efron and Robert De Niro in the same room and you want to fuck Zac Efron? No way. No way.
If I met Robert De Niro,
That's too far fetched.
I'd be like, listen,
I mean, we'll leave some to the imagination, but come on.
listen, you gotta tell me what was it like working with Jason Alexander? The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, he's in that with. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I'd never seen that movie because I have a life.
Yeah. De Niro, the most famous line, one of the best lines ever in cinema history.
Right.
You talking to me? And know what De Niro did? This is when he killed his career. Right. He mocked that line and put it in Adventures in Rocky and Bullwinkle.
They could have paused the movie and actually had a guy walk out on set and go, "All right, that will be $10 million for your soul."
Best line in that movie, Rocky and Bullwinkle movie, was
it's
they're
over.
getting arrested. They're getting arrested for like whatever, and the cop is
Rocky and Bullwinkle get arrested.
they're getting
what?
arrested.
For rape. They
Yeah,
raped.
accused of rape.
They raped.
My childhood.
Did you just rape Robert De Niro's career? Yes.
That's exactly
What were you gonna say? Because I got something to go.
Yeah, so they're getting pulled over by John Goodman. He's playing the cop, and the guy they're like getting arrested. Like, no, I swear I'm Bullwinkle. That's Rocky. And they're like, yeah, and I'm John Goodman. That's the best line. The best line in the movie.
And John Goodman's really not that famous.
No, but it was
pull up
great.
that line.
That was fucking great.
Yeah, I'm John.
Yeah, and I'm John Goodman.
I'm fat fucking John Goodman.
Hey, fat fucking John Goodman here. Cancel.
John Goodman's lost weight. Okay.
Yeah,
No, I'm a little tired
turkey
of.
neck.
I'm tired of that fucking Mr. Rogers.
I hate him.
Is
I
anyone
didn't
else-
know they were doing the thing. Yeah.
So Tom Hanks is playing him in a fucking movie, and like it's like, why are they making a movie about the nicest guy? Apparently,
what's the purpose? Like,
There's-
I don't.
Apparently, there's a true story behind all this.
Everyone's
The only
like,
true story is like PBS almost canceled him, and then he like went and did like a hard film. Like he read letters from kids who like were like, "Hey, you told me how to put on a sweater properly," like bullshit. And then they were like, "Yeah, maybe we shouldn't cancel this."
Yeah, we are PBS after all. Nobody watches this.
And here's the
I
that's
love
the
those
thing.
shitty puppets.
They didn't have a lot of viewership, and that was the most watched show. And they were like, "We'll cancel it." I'm like, why?
You ever think like Elmo gave Mr. Rogers a attitude at the craft service table?
It's actually Jim Henson, but with the Elmo puppet.
Elmo doesn't like it when you touch him there.
I used to be top dog around here until you came around, you fucking asshole.
The guy who did Elmo, that guy, he was convicted for child
Not convicted. Not convicted.
Not convicted?
Not convicted. He was.
But what
They
happened?
found shit though.
But he found like child porn.
Yeah.
It was Elmo shit on his hands.
This guy had one rule: keep his hand up the puppet's ass, and he just broke that rule.
I didn't touch him. Elmo touched him.
Elmo.
Yeah, tickle me pervert.
But this Mr. Rogers, why is everyone always broken up about this fucking guy?
Because it's my childhood.
He was a creep.
I miss my childhood.
Dude, Rogers and Bob.
Yeah, everyone else was a little freaked out that there was no Mrs. Rogers. And he was around with
Exactly.
his kids,
You live alone, no kids, nobody
Story
visits
about a
you.
gay old man around kids.
Yeah, it was stupid soda. But like, wasn't he a Navy SEAL? Is that
Yeah,
true?
yeah, he was a Navy SEAL, and so was the painting guy, Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross is a Marine too, and it's like you wonder, like,
and
what do you? There's no way you guys didn't yell behind the
And
set.
then
There's no way.
They just mentally snapped and did children's programming.
Yeah, that's probably.
And I
what it is.
read,
He watches. There's a train that used to go around Mr. Rogers' thing, right? You remember the train
Yeah, of
thing?
course.
He was like
Flashbacks?
silent. Yeah, he's just like watching. He's like, I remember the last train I took. It was to Vietnam.
We're heading into the dang.
Next scene, he's just cutting open lamb chops throat.
Before we knew it, Charlie was all over us.
I had one request: no Asian children. On set.
fucking
Only
fruity old
white
man.
children, please.
Yeah,
Only
please,
white
no
children.
Asian.
And you could tell he's a panderer because someone sent him like he would eat foods and like he would like to people he would make sandwiches and like whatever and teach kids how to make sandwiches.
This
And then
show sounds terrible.
one kid sent in my favorite snack is putting a slice of cheese around a banana and that's what I like to eat. And then he tried it on TV. Like why would you do that?
Can you imagine like a little Italian kid going, my favorite is a mortadella sandwich. You got mortadella back there? Get some garbagool, mortadella. Mr. Rogers like, well, we don't really have those meats are no good for you. Think about the sodium intake. Fuck you, Mr. Rogers, you fucking
Hey,
queer.
Mr. Rogers, fuck you, creepo.
Why don't you go change another sweater?
And Tom Hanks got to play him, right?
Oh, yeah, nice
You could
guy.
tell he lived in a nice neighborhood though, because he would come in and he would have an outside sweater, an inside sweater, and outside shoes and inside shoes.
Right.
It's like nothing gets stolen from you. What's going on?
And where is Mr. Rogers coming from? Did they ever address that?
Oh, I think he was like a mailman or some shit because he would have like a mail outfit sometimes.
Really? He was
Yeah.
a
But like, there was a mailman on the show. Wasn't
Oh,
there?
there's a mailman. Never mind. I'm
where
confusing
what-
my old white dudes. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I was just coming back from getting the paper. Nothing suspicious about that.
And he's singing.
It's like, oh, hello, kids. I just came from the latest Klan meeting.
and he sings that creepy song about being a being
Won't you be my
Wonderful Day in the
neighbor?
Neighborhood,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, wonderful name. Wonderful day.
Well, that
It's a
one.
beautiful day in the
That one,
neighborhood.
beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah.
It's like, wow, what genius wrote that?
It's a beautiful
song?
day and there's a white neighborhood.
Well, it had to be a white neighborhood. The way, I mean, hardwood floors and like it didn't seem like you paid a lot of rent.
It's a beautiful day in this racially pure neighborhood.
What was his deal? There was no background. Was he like a widow on the show?
Nah, he did the show for kids, and then later on at night to be Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood Watch, which is a way more intense show.
I like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood Watch. Is that an Oriental?
This is the
Get the trains.
There's an Oriental spot on the corner of 5th and Main.
But yeah, Tom Hanks is playing him, and
Yeah.
again, I don't know why they're doing the movie.
He-
I have no idea why.
He doesn't
No
take
reason to.
that guy's always playing a hero.
He's always
Tom
playing.
Hanks.
Yeah, he played Captain Phelps. Now he's
Yeah.
playing Mr. Rogers.
Sully,
Forrest Gump's my
The
only.
thing is, when they
hero.
want someone to be heroic and likable, they choose Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I
That's
guess.
really
Yeah, because he's such a
the
piece
most
of
likable.
No, because he's such a piece of shit offset.
Well, again, if it was Tom Hanks raping that nun in the beginning of Bad Lieutenant, your father probably like, you know what?
he thinks Tom Hanks is a great actor too.
Yeah.
We watched Shawshank Redemption. He thought Tom Hanks was Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins. That's Tim Robbins' best accomplishment so far. He's like, someone mistook me for Tom
For
Hanks.
a good hour, I watched Shawshank Redemption with my mom and dad, like when I was like 14, and they thought that Tim Robbins was Tom Hanks and Morgan Freeman was Denzel Washington. I swear to God.
Oh, man.
Not making it up.
Can you imagine the love child between Denzel Washington and Morgan Freeman? The most fuckable black man ever.
I'd probably be
That's
like,
Idris Elba. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah.
That's the love child.
Yeah, that's him right
That's
there.
that's Cardi B.
Is there anything? I guess we'll go off topic for a second.
Sure.
Is there anything funnier than retarded people?
Were we
in
on topic?
We were now. Is there anything funnier than retarded people in suits? Is that not the funniest?
Yeah, I've been watching the news a lot. What do you?
They're like gangsters.
Retards, I'm telling you, retards, they know how to rock a suit. Like, if you have Down syndrome, you rock a suit better than, like...
Yeah, there's a
Like
certain
zombie.
body type that can rock a suit. You need broad shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time Donald Trump gets on stage, you know.
You're gonna make fun of the president of the United
We're gonna
States.
get political around here,
But-
man.
Doesn't he have Down syndrome?
You're gonna
It
accuse.
looks like it does.
No, well, watch.
Zombie just laughed like that old uncle. Like, haha, yeah.
I guess.
I
we're-
said something funny.
I guess.
Still getting a plate, right?
I guess we're gonna wake up to tomorrow's Donald Trump angry Sunday morning tweet. This podcast is making fun of me.
The first thing I would be like, oh my god, the president listens to this podcast. That's crazy.
I listen to everything with my name mentioned in it.
Retweeted by Mike Bichetti.
What were you saying about retards in suits?
Retards in suits. They wear like they rock suits better than anyone.
Right.
They all like cartoon gangsters. So.
Like my make a wish is for Bester Manhouse.
My gosh, hey!
Wearing a suit, see?
You don't like the way you look, see?
It's time to feed me, hey! Excuse me.
I shit myself. See, see, I still look good. See,
Could you change my diaper, Shay?
That's why I got a brown suit. See?
See, I can't control my balance, Shay. I need adult diaper, Shay.
I'm late for work at the shopping stop, see?
I think my favorite thing would be to watch like two retards fight in a suit. That'd be great.
No, fuck you!
I've been hit by a retarded person once. Those
You too?
Yeah, yeah.
I never hit you.
Zombie, if you hit
See,
me,
that's good.
Zombie, if you hit me, we'd have another episode of the podcast where we'd have a long conversation. But
Yeah, I remember when
we're
Zach
50
Petrovich
we're,
stuck you in the face.
So we're at 50 minutes.
50, yeah, we keep going. We go.
I'm just keeping everybody abreast.
I like that. That's good producing. Right? At least you get to produce something today.
Yeah, at least-
Well, like Pat Haggerty's CTV show.
yeah. So yeah,
that guy's got a full schedule of softball.
I've produced more on this show than I have for that show.
Wouldn't it be funny if Pat turned into the Mr. Rogers of CTV?
But he takes off his shirt every time.
So no, he takes off his pants and rubs his ass with 3 other guys.
Oh, all right. Well,
Wow.
we didn't
even
that.
like
That joke's not funny coming out of it.
It's a bad retelling of a bad joke is even worse.
Oh well.
He hates him.
Guess we are gonna have to edit this podcast.
Only when
All right,
Antonio
we'll just
drops
edit
something.
less than a
Come
minute and a half.
on. He's a good guy. Everyone loves that
Yeah.
guy. Everyone loves
Why
that
don't you write a bit about having gay sex, and then we'll see how hard it is.
Give me time.
What do you got?
You live alone with action figures. You got time.
Do you
Most
fuck
of the time
any
I
of these
spelled
action
masturbating, so
Is that how you keep them all in place?
yeah, it's
held
common.
together
Every one
by
of
your
those-
cum.
every one of those statues are.
Speaking of gay,
Earthquake couldn't shake this place.
is there anything gayer than the theater?
Yeah, gay theater.
Who are you calling a thespian?
The theater. We did that
What's
show.
going on with theater?
We did that show the other night. I was just.
Oh right, yeah, LVT.
Oh, the theater is pretty gay.
Everything is so gay.
Theater's gay. You go
They
to
really did it up for us, putting the Hollywood sign in the back, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I felt
once you go to any theater across New York City, you have to suck a cock immediately if you're a guy. And if you're a woman, you just avoid doing it.
Last night we were watching Showgirls.
Oh, I fucking love that
The greatest movie
I
ever.
still love
You
that
ever see
movie.
Showgirls?
No.
You never seen Showgirls?
Elizabeth Berkley. Do you know Elizabeth Berkley from Saved by the Bell?
Jesse Spano.
Jesse
Yeah.
Spano.
Yeah.
Jesse Spano. Elizabeth Berkley plays a showgirl, right? Well, actually, excuse me, plays a hooker.
Yeah.
She's a hula.
All right, I know about this movie. Okay, yeah, I've never
Great
seen it.
movie.
Yeah.
And she plays a hooker, and then she goes to Vegas, and she's like a runaway. And the opening scene is some guy picks her up, does like a nice thing, picks her up, but she like threatens to fucking kill him. And
Right.
Like in the
By
opening.
fucking him because she has AIDS.
Yeah. And then like throughout, so she goes to Vegas, and somehow she gets on one of the Las Vegas shows, and she's a showgirl. She's an intense dancer.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
You never seen this movie?
Yeah, maybe.
It's good jerk off. It's good
she
masturbation
becomes a
material.
big star.
Yeah,
in the movie.
I think I might have seen her do an interview about it. She's like, it was my first nude scene.
Yeah, she was naked throughout the whole movie. It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick.
Oh, but it's the funniest
Great
movie.
body.
Yeah, no, she's a hot chick.
Yeah, but terrible actress.
bad hair in the movie too.
Awful hair.
Terrible hair, but
Yeah, especially on her pussy. Yeah, right?
she had no hair in her pussy. I watched
Yeah,
it.
I'm just saying.
I've seen it multiple times. I've never seen it.
I've seen it at least 50 times.
There's
Now that you mentioned that, now I remember what movie it is.
Yeah, it's
the
a great
best scene in that movie is when she quits and the fucking Goomba strip club owner goes,
Yeah.
"You'll be back."
I like when she goes over to the black guy's house that goes to the strip club.
Yeah.
Right? And then she tells him that I got the role of, I got the part in the Las Vegas showgirl scene and shit. And I'm not going to be a stripper anymore. And he's like, what about the thing I wrote for you? And she's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I thought you'd be happy for me and stuff like that. And then she sees in the background a stripper that works at the strip club.
Yeah.
Right? She sees her. Right? And then she gets, Elizabeth Berkley gets, she flips
runs
out.
off,
She
yeah.
flips out. She's like, I fucking knew you were a fucking asshole. And the guy's like, no, well, come back here. Let's have a threesome or something. Yeah. Right? And she goes, the black guy goes, wait, before you go, I think you had a lot of talent. And then Elizabeth Berkley's like, what about her? In the background, and he goes, "Baby, she can't dance." All right, and Elizabeth Berkley's like, "Okay, whatever. I'll talk to you later." Right, and then
It's a really good Travolta, by the way.
yeah, and then the girl comes out, and then the girl's like, "Hi, who is that?" And the black guy goes, "Oh, that was somebody who can't dance." And he goes, "Come on, baby. What about the?" And then the girl goes, "What about the number you wrote for me?" He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna work on it now, right after I fuck you."
There's like a scene where all the girls line up and they're all like they have to show their tits, and like the stage, the production manager, whoever that is like just going around and like going. And then he goes up to like the judge their tits.
Yeah.
Goes too perky, like,
Too floppy.
fat stomach. Get out. Then they ask her what she wants to eat, and of course she's just like regular, naturally talented girl. So she's like burger and fries, and the stage production manager is like, get her some radishes.
Yeah, brown rice and broccoli.
Yeah, that's what you're eating for now on, you fat fuck.
That's what they probably mean by selling your soul. Like, you got to eat what people tell you to fucking eat.
Fuck yeah, that's what happened to
Yeah.
Judy Garland.
You got to fuck who people tell you want to.
Yeah. Judy Garland, they were like fucking feeding her literally
cigarettes.
They were, what, did you say Ceros?
No, cigarettes.
Oh yeah, they said
You're talking about like Wizard of Oz, right?
Yeah, Judy
don't.
Garland.
After Wizard of Oz, what's the St. Louis movie? Train to St. Louis? Or
Yeah,
whatever, right? And they were feeding her like literally a lima bean and cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like every 3 hours.
Time for your meal, Dorothy.
Yeah, it's just the fucking lima
And
bean.
that's the state of
Judy.
science back then. They were making her smoke cigarettes to be like, you got to stay looking young.
She would go to,
How was that?
What was that
Because
movie?
it would just suppress her appetite. And
And-
she wouldn't eat and like,
that
yeah.
don't work for
Renee
me.
Zellweger is playing her in a movie called Judy. But what was the movie that came out years ago?
Oh, Me and My Shadow.
Great movie.
That's Judy Garland's daughter wrote it.
Me and My Shadow is the name of Mateo Sex Tape.
But in this movie, so Judy Garland would go to hotel rooms and threaten to jump because she didn't want to pay the bill because she was broke. So in the middle of the movie, she's like in like a hotel room. She's on the ledge, and like they show people from downstairs, like down in the on the sidewalk, like to going, yeah, like fucking jump. And like the hotel manager comes upstairs, comes up, to the room. Is like, Mrs. Garland, don't jump, please. And she's like, I will, I'll fucking jump. And he's like, oh, and she's like, move away down there, I'm gonna jump. And everyone's like, yeah. But she has a classic line. She just turns to the hotel manager and goes, how would it feel if Dorothy jumps out your window?
That's how she would get out of paying.
That's how she would threaten people.
Paying for the
I think it'd be hilarious if she jumped and she just couldn't, like her dress would just puff off and she parachute down. Like, I can't keep doing this.
The best would be if she was jumping and she turned into a pink bubble.
There's
like, she's real. Dorothy's
crying in
real.
the pink bubble. I can't even kill myself.
There's that really sad, and it's almost creepy video of her singing, and she's playing like a hobo. She's singing
Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Somewhere
That's
Over
our
the
only
Rainbow.
known live performance.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it sounds like that, Zombie. But it's
I thought that was
sad
really good.
because she's so lifeless, but she's belting it out.
Yeah.
Like it's like really.
She died. What did she die in her 40s?
Died like 40 something.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she
Judy Garland.
and then she was on Dick Cavett, right? When Dick Cavett was like really young.
Yeah.
And she was like only in her 40s, but she looks like she's like 80. And she's like just like she's slurring her words, but she's funny though. She's really funny. Yeah. Like she's like like being self-deprecating and stuff. Yeah, so she got Hollywood fucked her.
What was
up.
she saying?
She was just like
well, I was in The Wizard of Oz and I was a fucking lesbian.
she's like, I'm a real show girl. I'm a real. They all had that voice.
Yeah,
They used to talk like that.
she developed that voice. Like I think that was a put on kind of thing for the era. That sort of like the.
It was kind of like the charm back in the day.
It's
It's
such a.
That's like
it gave you a real New York feel. Everyone was kind of busy.
Can you imagine 50 years from now when they see white guys talking like Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem? They're
Right,
like,
yeah.
they got twang.
No, it was a creepy old lady. Listen to Betty Davis talk.
I'm not familiar with her work.
She's
I know
in
she
Whatever
is.
Happened to Baby Jane.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But she's like, watch her. I was watching an interview of her. Everything's like, and I was Hollywood's first female villain, and she's like smoking in the
Who's
middle.
that?
Betty Davis.
I never seen
She's like, I don't like Joan Crawford. Don't mention her name to me. She's like, she called me a doll face, and I said, well, I will use this word, but I can't do it because this is cable. And she's like wearing like the fucking turban. She's an old fucking lady.
Nuts. Yeah, I never seen Sunset Boulevard. You know that movie?
I know the movie, yeah.
And that's like all about that era. Where,
Yeah.
like just you have an old starlet who goes fucking crazy because now she's old. But for that time, being old was like 35 years old.
Right.
you
Washed
take-
up, yeah.
You take like a woman like Jennifer Lopez now who's like 50
Yeah.
and people cannot believe like she's 50 years
She's so
old.
hot.
And they ask, and like they've asked people on the street, they're like, how old do you think Jennifer Lopez is? And they're like, oh, she's like 35 or something like that. I mean, like, it's like,
Yeah.
it's amazing. She's around so
Look at
fucking.
Clooney. Clooney.
He aged.
It's no.
I mean, he's like gray and shit. You can
Yeah,
tell.
but, I mean,
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez is a new movie coming out.
She plays a
I
stripper.
forget what it's called, but like she plays like
Hustlers.
Yeah, Hustlers. That's what it is. Yeah, plays like a stripper.
the whole movie's like, come on, ladies.
I heard
Let's rob the men this time.
like every movie. Yeah.
That's The Kitchen. That movie, The Kitchen.
Yeah, The Kitchen, yeah.
Oh, that looks so bad.
Which, again, why would you call it
That's
The
a
Kitchen?
good, that's a good
such-
book. That's
Wow.
based on The Kitchen is based on a comic, though.
I know, which even makes me even fucking
Wow, they
more
wrote a
upset.
movie.
It's a good comic.
They wrote a comic book called The Kitchen.
Yeah.
No, it really-
who's the superhero?
Well, it's
who's the superhero? The guest.
The sidekick, the spatula.
It's supposed to be all about Irish mob wives in the 70s in
Yeah.
Hell's Kitchen, but
But it's so
like somehow they
unrealistic.
threw
And Jennifer Lopez is in this, huh?
No.
Because Irish women.
Haddish is in there.
Irish women are known to cook. Tiffany Haddish is in it. Oh, great.
That's the most suspicious thing if like you name a movie about like Irish women and the name is The Kitchen. Like they never spend any
In the
time.
trailer.
Yeah.
And it'd be worse if they were Jews.
Yeah. Should
and
be called "Fix Me a Sandwich."
if it was if it was about Jews, the women would be villains in the movie.
Yeah.
But that's an old joke. That's an old. I'm an old Jewish man now. Yeah, my wife can't cook. Please.
So democratic socialism.
But in the movie, in the
I'm
kitchen,
running on the platform to give all your kids all the shit they want. Student loan will never happen. Student loan's the new Adolf Hitler.
From now on, every car wash will have a bouncy house.
Just ridiculous campaign promises from Bernie Sanders.
Now we're not going to print pennies. We're going to print chocolate coins.
I guarantee.
They say 30 acres and a mule. I give you 30 acres and a kiddie pool in front of the house.
Every Tuesday, Cotton Candy Tuesday. It's like, what?
And you know, they have like every month, like one kid would like they get to be principal for like a day. He's gonna be like, and now every child gets to be president for one day in his life.
I don't want to do no work. I'm too old.
You go back, like people look back in this period of history of time, like a lot of treaties are signed like by Mark, but with like a backwards R. Scroll down.
They're gonna put Bernie Sanders' face.
Nap time. We're gonna have nap time.
They're gonna put Bernie Sanders' face on the welfare check someday.
I got things done. He's running on that platform. He's just like,
I want to tell you all congratulations. You've all won the Bernie Sanders scholarship. No more college debt.
yeah, basically.
You know, like say what you want about Trump. He ran on like things that at least people were interested in.
Yeah, realistic, like, you know, building a wall.
Bernie Sanders, I'm going to build a wall of debt.
Yeah, Trump was really realistic about things, you know.
Mr. President, I ask you, why would you build a wall when we could build a stairway to heaven?
You're not going to heaven.
I hated Billy Crystal during Muhammad Ali's funeral. They had Billy Crystal come out and eulogize Muhammad Ali, and he goes, "Let me tell you something about Muhammad Ali. This was a man that didn't build walls; he broke them down."
Yeah, with his hands.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali was,
with his fist.
Muhammad Ali was so shaky, the casting was shaking throughout the entire.
He was the original shake weight.
Imagine if there was an earthquake on the day of Muhammad Ali's funeral. That would be a guy.
I had the most.
Now our keynote guest speaker, Michael J. Fox.
You ever look into look into Billy Crystal Ball? It's a bad movie.
I had the most racist joke about Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali died on the same week as Hammurabi. Yeah. 2 gorillas in 1 week. Who knows?
We're at 104.
It was so. I did it at the loony bin.
Damn. Oh yeah, over there.
Yeah. Getting back to the kitchen. Your favorite movie?
It's not my favorite movie. I haven't seen the movie yet.
It's your
but
favorite
I love
movie.
comics.
You like the
Zombie,
comic?
who's your favorite feminist icon? Who's your real, not comic book or fiction?
I said not to mention Joan Crawford.
I have none.
You don't have really?
I didn't say girlfriends. I said female.
Mine is Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates is a feminist icon because she cut off James Caan's cock in a movie called Misery, and everyone's like, Kathy Bates it's a character, you idiot.
You know how James Caan describes that movie? Because people love it. It's about a fat chick cutting my dick off. He's like, he turns around about De Niro. He's like, I think Bobby should shut the fuck up. And they're impressed for The Godfather because they did like a reunion. So he go, and De Niro's behind them.
Right.
He goes, I don't know. I just think actors they should shut the fuck up about politics. They're like, well, how about Bobby? He goes, I think Bobby should shut the fuck up. And turns around. He goes, shut the fuck up.
The good old days of De
James
Niro.
Caan does not care.
Which is ironic because now Trump fucking.
No, this was recent. This was recent.
This is a
couple years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, just like shut the fuck up.
Which is because De Niro cannot stop.
De Niro
speaking
just
of
took it. De
He
Niro-
probably laughed it off. James Caan's so ridiculous. He's great though. He's a great American actor.
I like when De Niro does comedy. Like he did the Don Rickles roast.
Oh, right.
Not Don. He did the Don Rickles.
No,
was
Martin
Don Rickles alive? Yeah, Don Rickles. was alive
Yeah, it was the
then.
best of Don Rickles.
He came out. He's like, yeah, Don Rickles. Don Rickles. He tells me about Sinatra. He's like, Frank did this, Frank did that. I think Frank should go fuck himself. And it gets nothing in the room. And Martin Scorsese, he's like, for the record, I like Frank Sinatra.
Oh, you gotta keep your reputation straight. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you would know why. At the time, he wanted to do a Frank Sinatra movie about the mafia.
Oh, that makes sense.
And it was-
That'd be interesting. I'd watch.
It was
going
to be a fucking. They wouldn't, but you know
Who would
what?
play Sinatra?
Fucking, that was the thing. They couldn't. They had no one to play Sinatra. Sinatra's larger than life.
Ed
You got-
Harris isn't available.
Well, the thing was,
I think he'd make a good Sinatra.
know who they wanted? Ed Harris wouldn't be a bad Sinatra,
Yeah.
but he's too old anyway. They wanted naturally they wanted Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yeah.
but there was a rumor they wanted Jamie Foxx to play Sinatra and dress him in whiteface. Yeah, and also
First of all, that would bother a lot of people, and
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra might just run out of the grave like, "What the fuck did you just do to me?"
they should get Harry Connick Jr. to play him if they wanted.
Wait, so they want Jamie Foxx to play Robert De Niro and not Sammy Davis Jr.? That's really fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, what a waste of cash. I got Robert Downey Jr.
was a
to play
rumor that-
Sammy Davis Jr.
well, he was supposed to play Dean Martin.
Who?
They wanted
Downey?
Downey to play Dean Martin.
Really?
That would make sense.
That was
That
a
would
rumor.
make sense.
Yeah.
That I could see. Yeah,
Yeah.
That I could see.
They're both made of iron.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill is going to play Don Rickles.
Oh God.
Jim Norton's playing Don Rickles and
that would
the
be,
Irishman.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they wanted at the time, yeah, because they were going to do a Sinatra, and Jamie Foxx thinks that Scorsese is doing a Mike Tyson movie.
Oh.
and like he goes into a delusional rant about like in the beginning of of the movie, like he's like yeah, and he's like doing Mike Tyson's impression.
Right.
He's supposed to play Mike Tyson, and it looks terrible. It like sounds terrible.
I don't know if he'd be a good
If
Mike.
I made a Mike Tyson biopic, I would name it Rapist.
Yeah. Well, he gets away with all that.
Why is he the only guy in this whole Me Too era that's allowed to like?
If I made a Mike Tyson movie, I called Chip Off the Old Ear. That's
This man's behavior. This man should be put away.
He's the most violent man of all time.
He bit someone's ear off. He's
float like a butterfly, bite like a maniac. I was watching clips of clips of him because got into boxing because gotta be
the fight card
gotta be
game.
hard in these streets. I like my men hard, like according to Jerry
Can't stay around.
Martinez. But no, I was watching like clips of him, still like recent clips of Tyson. Still fucking got
He's an
it.
animal.
He's an animal. He's better than a lot of boxers out there right now. It's crazy.
You ever see Eddie Murphy? They presented together at an award show, Mike Tyson and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy did his Mike Tyson impression right in front of Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And Mike Tyson puts his hand over Eddie Murphy's mouth and basically grabs his face and fucking takes and like rips him backstage. Like literally, it's the scariest fucking thing. You got to see it. I think it's at the VMA Awards.
Eddie Murphy didn't do anything?
It might have been a planned bit.
Okay, that's fine.
It
'Cause if
seems like a
no,
planned bit,
yeah.
But the
It would
way
have to be
the way he grabbed his face, like
Yeah.
we're talking about like a grab face, and like he grabbed him and just dragged him backstage. You can tell this man has raped women.
On Norm Macdonald's podcast, he had Mike Tyson
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And Norm Macdonald still had the balls to make fun of Mike Tyson to his face.
right.
And Tyson really was hitting him. Like,
Oh, I saw that.
really, like, he,
like legit hit him.
like picking on him. Like, it looked like a schoolyard bully.
Yeah.
That Mike Tyson, holy shit.
Yeah, I don't like I don't understand why he's the only one allowed to like
Because of antics like this.
yeah, I guess so.
Nah, he's just a scary guy.
he would
man. Like,
fuck
he
up
just-
all of Antifa.
Yeah.
by himself.
Think about it this way: like Floyd is like one of the best
Floyd
of all time.
Mayweather?
Right? Yeah, he's one of the best of all time, right?
Yeah, Mike Tyson will fuck him up though.
Mike Tyson still fuck him.
Also, they're in a different weight class.
They are, but at the same time, like there was something about Tyson that other boxers didn't have, where it was like he's a fucking animal. Like you just like a lot of boxers go, I'm like, I'm gonna put on a show and I'm gonna like I'm gonna be the best in the sport. Mike Tyson would be like, I want to fucking kill that guy.
Yeah, I want to be the best fighter ever.
I want to be the best murderer.
The best rant is, fuck you, you punk ass white boy. I'll fuck you in the ass, you faggot. You ain't man enough to fuck on me. I'm Jack Dorsey. I'm in his class. Fuck you. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot. 30
And here's the
seconds.
thing: this is a scary of a person. He is Mike Tyson went to prison, and the prison people are like, "Shit, Mike Tyson's coming here." That's scary.
Yo, Mike is already king dog. Fuck, he's just walking through the yard. Everyone's like, fuck that. Mike Tyson has like 3 Latino
And I
boyfriends.
bet somebody stepped up to him. Somebody had to have been like, to prove
They got
their-
fucked up,
Probably
probably.
had to have gotten
Yeah,
fucked
'cause
up.
he's
He probably didn't even have to touch people.
No, I don't think they keep him in general pop.
Like-
That's
like-
why
like-
I think they didn't keep him in general pop for that reason.
But he's the type of crazy, like in the cafeteria, he'll stand up and start jerking off in front of everybody. He's that kind of
What
crazy.
do about it?
Yeah.
Like he was like, I'm going to finish, and I'm going to fucking finish. Who Who got a life? Who wants some rocket to your face? Open your mouth. It's lunch come early today. Open your mouth, bitch.
I'm gonna
I think
fist
that's
on
why he
your.
got the tattoo on his face. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you open his mouth, he doesn't sound intimidating anymore. He's like, listen, I need something
No,
to
I'm
keep me
gonna-
in.
This tattoo. This is for a target for someone to color my face. I'm gay Mike Tyson now.
Yo, I'm gonna fist on your mashed potatoes with the fixings.
And the steak with all the trimmings. And a tall glass of Guinness.
And when you're done, you better do the dishes.
That's enough.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see you at practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Let's consider the secret life of the innermost nesting doll. Living most of her life in the dark, inside the other nesting dolls, she has plenty of time to think, if she could. Sadly, she has no brain. However, when an innermost nesting doll hears that Geico not only saves people money, but also has been providing great service for over 75 years, she thinks it's obvious you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. Pity the innermost nesting doll and her lot in life.